Alright guys, today's video is going to be a little insight on how I was able to finish the Moments Extreme for Goose Gossage. I know the missions are kind of tough, I would say. Um, in my opinion, they're more, you just have to be patient with them, but I'll go into depth a little bit more. But let's first look at this Goose Gossage card. So 99 Goose, been waiting for this card all year. In my opinion, he should have been out way earlier, but whatever. It is what it is. All right, so he's got 41 stamina, which is huge for a relief pitcher. I believe that's the most in the game. I believe that is the most in the game for a relief pitcher, especially for a signature series card. He'll be able to go about a solid 2 innings for sure. And then if you have a pitch count low, he might even be able to go 3, possibly 4. You're pushing it with 4, but definitely 3 if you could keep that pitch count low. But he's got 124 hit per 9. I don't know why they didn't give him the 125. 124 or 125K per 9. 77 walk per 9, 99 home run per 9, 121 clutch, 79 control, 99 velo, 99 break, and then his fielding is terrible, but whatever. He's got a 4-seam sinker, slurve, changeup. He can definitely touch what he's gonna be sitting 100 to 10 or 99 to 101 pretty consistently. Sinker's probably gonna be anywhere about 95 to 98, maybe 99 if you it might get up there. Slurve's gonna be nasty, good break on it, and then changeups got a good drop off from his fastball. This card is definitely gonna be very good. I know I've already tried him out. I know it has 79 control, but I feel like he plays better than the 79 control it says he has. So, anyways, that's the Goose Gossage card. But let's go into the Moments Extreme portion of it. Let's talk about these. So, first one is gonna be those tally the 4 extra base hits with SHAWN Green. So it's going to be the signature series SHAWN Green. You're going to be playing at Milwaukee. So this one, it took me about, I would say, 10, maybe 15 tries at most. I probably spent like 20 minutes doing this one, 30 at most. What I did is basically I power swung every time, and every time I didn't get an extra base hit my first at bat, I just restarted. There's no point. You have to get that extra base hit in your first at bat. Second one is you might want to get two straight, but you could probably get away with it because most of the time you get at least 5 plate appearances, possibly 6, because they do go off versus the Brewers most of the time. But I would suggest power swinging. I know. When you're playing computer games, it's really hard to actually focus up and stuff. But if you want to get this done, you gotta make it seem like you're playing a real game. I know it's hard to do, but you gotta take those pitches that are borderline pitches. You gotta take the balls. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just try to find that pitch in the middle of the zone that you're able to drive on out of there. Sometimes you can miss the PCI if it's over the plate and hit it out the ballpark or hit it into the gap or something like that. Especially since it's on. When you're playing against a computer, so just make sure you get that pitch over the middle that you can hit and drive for a extra base hit or a tank. All right, so the second one is the 10. You're trailing 10-4 with the Nationals. Excuse me, trailing 10-4 with the Nationals, and you're playing against the Mets. You're gonna have good cards with the Nationals. You're going to have the postseason version cards of them. You're going to lead off with Victor Robles postseason card, who's really good. You're facing Seawald or something like that. He's a right-handed pitcher for the Mets. He doesn't throw very hard. He only throws about 90 to 93 and a really slow slider that it hangs quite a bit. What you're going to do here is also be patient. Look for that good pitch to hit. If they walk you, they walk you. At the end of the day, you have to score 6 runs to tie it at least, and then 7 to win it. So He's going to be the first batter. If he doesn't get on, just restart. You got to get that first batter on. Got to get the inning going. Just restart, whatever. Then the next batter is going to be a pinch hitter. You're going to bring in, I brought in Howie Kendrick, but you could bring in Michael Taylor. He hits just fine, but in my opinion, I went with Howie Kendrick. He's got the better attributes. And then same thing, just keep the process going. Once you get to Asdrubal Cabrera, if you scored 2 runs and have runners on base, they're going to bring in Edwin Diaz. And Edwin just pretty much throws fastball sliders the whole time. He might mix in a changeup here and there, but mostly fastball sliders. With Edwin, you have to be patient. He doesn't throw strikes on a consistent basis, and he likes, for whatever reason, they like to let him throw pitches on the black when he does throw it in the zone. But he will throw pitches over the middle. You just have to be patient and look for that pitch to hit. Okay? So, again, patience is key, looking for that good pitch to hit. Then, you got to hit for the cycle, or essentially you have to get 4 hits, a double, a triple, and a home run. You don't have to technically hit for the cycle. You get 2 home runs with a triple and a double, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you get that double, triple, home run and end up with 4 hits in the game. You're going to be playing at Polo Grounds, so the triple should come easy if you hit in the gap. Do not go for the inside the park home run. All right, so with the first at bat, you want to try to get, you got to get a hit at least, and you want to try to get the triple out the way. So if you hit the ball in the gap or over an outfielder's head, like the center fielder's head, you're going to get that triple. You might be able to get the inside the park home run. Do not do that. The home run becomes way easier. You could pull one down the line. Yelich has 125 pop. You only face righties. So do not do that. Get your triple out the way. Get that thing out the way quickly. Then if you come up, you get that triple first at bat. Second at bat, you hit one, another one in the gap. Get the double out the way. Doesn't matter. Just get that double out the way, and then focus on hitting that home run. Like I said, you could pull one down the line. You know, you could try to be a little early and pull it down that short porch. So, and again, power swinging is key, in my opinion. I only power swung. It took me about 10, 15 tries on this one as well. But just make sure you look for that pitch to hit and drive it. Got a power swing, in my opinion. And make sure you get that triple out the way if you can first. And if you don't get a hit, just restart. And if you hit a home run, keep it going. But by your second at bat or third at bat, you finish your third at bat, haven't gotten that triple yet, I just suggest a restart, because the triple is going to be the hardest thing. And then once you get that triple, you can work your way down from there. Then you got a 6-inning game where you have all pitchers in your lineup. You're going to have Rick Ankiel pitching, and then you're going to have Babe Ruth, the signature series Babe Ruth in the outfield. And then the rest, you have like Greinke, Bumgarner, guys like that, guys that can hit the ball, that have good attributes. They have the same attributes. They didn't juice them at all. So, and you're going to be facing Shohei Ohtani. He throws a lot of fastballs, and he mixes in his splitter every once in a while, and then he does throw the slider. Be patient with him as well. He doesn't throw strikes on a consistent basis, and he throws a lot of four-seam fastballs, especially when he gets down in the count. The damage you want to do, if you're going to do a lot, you're going to want to do it with Babe Ruth, because obviously he's got the 125 pop. I suggest power swing with him. And Rick Ankiel has 84 pop. Don't power swing with him, but you're going to want to do damage with him. You have other guys that can hit, like Bumgarner, Waino, but those are the two big dogs in your lineup. Babe Ruth hits second, and unfortunately Ankiel hits ninth, but those are the guys that you want to do your most damage with. And the lineup you're facing isn't the best either, so you should be able to escape the game with possibly not giving up a run at all, or giving up 1 or 2 runs at most. So next one's the hit 3 home runs with Babe Ruth in a game. You're going to be playing at Busch Stadium. The pitchers you're facing aren't going to be very good, and they're going to be all righties. They don't throw very hard. Power swing all the way. Again, look for that pitch to hit over the middle. First at bat, doesn't hit the home run, just restart. You know, this one took me about, I think it was on the 5th or 7th try, I believe. It didn't take me that many times. Like I said though, first at bat doesn't hit a home run, just restart. I would even go as far as saying if he doesn't hit 2 straight home runs, first 2 at bats, restart. But you know, you can get away with if you hit a home run in the first at bat. Just make sure, you know, you restart right away after that first at bat. You don't get that home run. All right, the 6th one is going to be win a 9-inning game with an all-contact lineup, and then you're going to be facing some of the biggest power bats in the game, and you can't allow a single home run, and you have to hit 3 home runs with your lineup. So you're going to be playing this game at Polo Grounds. Most of your guys are going to be speed guys, so if you hit that ball in the gap, it's going to be a inside the Parker. Like, especially if it gets to the gap hard and gets all the way to the guys in the bullpen, it's an easy inside the park home run, being the fact that you got the All-Star Jock Peterson left, All-Star Joey Gallo in center, and Signature Series Babe Ruth in right. You got no arms in the outfield except for Gallo, but he only has 59 speed. What I did was I would restart after the first inning. After my first inning of hitting, you're going to be the away team if I didn't get at least 1 home run. That's what I did. I want to knock that first home run out the way and then work my way from there. I power swung the whole time. So I would suggest going with power swing. You could try the X swing, but you want to get that high exit velo through the gap so the ball shoots the gap and gets all the way to the bullpen. You might hit, you know, you can also try pulling the ball down the line. I hit 2 fluke home runs in the game that I actually did it with Tony Gwynn. That weren't high exit velos at all, and I got under, and I was able to pull them down the line. So, but I think power swing is the way to go, because if you don't hit it over the fence, you want to get into that gap with those speed guys that you have, and you have quite a bit of them. And then you just can't give up a home run. You have Signature Series Wayno on the mound. I say after the 5th or 6th inning, you want to go with your bullpen, because you know, once he starts getting tired, that's when he's susceptible to giving up the home runs. So whenever he starts getting tired, get him out of there quickly and go to the bullpen. At the end of the day, all you have to do is win the game and can't give up a home run. So, you know, score a decent amount of runs so that eventually you can get to the point where you can butt all the way through and win the game still. And then also you can give up, you know, a run or two just for, as long as it's not a home run, that's all you care about. The one thing I've noticed is when you're pitching, if you press R2, it'll tell you what pitch to throw and where to throw it. If you throw that pitch, most of the time, they won't do any damage on it. But if you feel like it's a pitch that it got repetitive or something, you can go with a different pitch. But I suggest hitting that R2 button and just listening to what the catcher's telling you to throw and where to throw it. And then lastly, win this 9-inning game against the 2019 bosses from programs 1 through 10 with your DD squad. So you finally get to use your DD squad. It is on Legend, so you're going to have to win the game. You got to get 10 hits. You got to hit 5 home runs, score 8 runs, and do not give up 3 runs. So you can't give up 3 runs. That's the biggest thing in my opinion. And you do have to hit 5 home runs, which is quite a bit. The 8 runs and 10 hits, well, you got to hit half of the hits, you got to get home runs. And then if you hit 5 solo tanks, you're at 5 runs. So you only need 3 more runs to score. So with the tanks should come the runs. And then the hits, you got to add a couple more. You're going to be facing Bob Gibson. With Bob Gibson, he throws a lot of fastballs, throws a few sinkers to mix it, and then he throws that slider. He doesn't throw very many changeups and curveballs. I don't remember him throwing any curveballs at all to me. A couple changeups. Just make sure you are playing on Legend. Take it like a serious, real game. Like I said again, look for that pitch to hit. You get to use your DD team. You're playing as Ship It. You don't have to power swing in this one. Just like a regular game, only X swing. Make sure you're taking pitches. Look for that pitch to hit and get those runs. Once you score the 8 runs and stuff, and you're on like a 8, if you have like an 8-0 lead with the game, you know you could easily just bunt the rest of the game and just you gotta make sure you don't give up those 3 runs. You gotta take it like a serious game. You gotta try to dot up your pitches every pitch. Listen to what your catcher's telling you. If you feel like it's not a good pitch at that time, switch it up, go to a different pitch, but make sure because you're facing a decent lineup. You're gonna, I think, believe is gonna let you pitch with Kershaw. If that's your number 1 pitcher. You face a lot more righties and lefties, so once you get to like the 4th inning, I suggest going to your pen and maybe throw in a 5th righty in your pen just for this game. Because you only, I think the only lefties you face are Griffey and Ted Williams, if I'm not mistaken. So, but yeah, so maybe throw that extra righty in the pen, or even just put all right-handed pitchers in your starting rotation. Even go with that instead of having Kershaw in there. But anyways, guys, that's Moments Extreme. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Hit those notifications. Make sure you leave a like, and if you have any questions, leave a comment below. Anyways, guys, I hope this video does help you out and gets you Goose Gossage. I know it's a pain in the butt to do these things, but that's what they went with, and unfortunately it's not sellable. So if you guys want Goose, hope you guys checked out the video and hopefully it helps you. Anyways, till next time, peace.